I tell my story about how I discovered human design and anger all the time. I'm going to tell a little bit differently today and with a different context. I get angry all the time about big things and little things, and I used to be angry sometimes for weeks at a time. And I used to give myself a really hard time about this. Why do I do this? Nobody else gets so angry. Nobody else goes on and on and on with their anger. And then I learned when I discovered human design that anger is a natural emotion for anyone to have. And for me as a manifestor, I'm supposed to get angry. This is normal for me. It's part of my blueprint. And this enabled me to stop judging myself for feeling angry. It's normal for me, and I can't turn it off. Allowing myself to recognize there's anger, and then if I need to communicate, then communicate. If there's something I need to do, then do that, and then let it go. This made all the difference in the world, allowing me to be okay with being angry. This was the big thing that had me realize, maybe I need to pay attention to human design. But that's not what we are talking about today. Now we are talking about anger itself and what I am calling the anger spectrum. I realize that with this history of anger associated with human design, I have become kind of an expert on the topic. An expert on the topic of anger and managing anger, looking at anger, recognizing anger, seeing and being understanding with myself and with others associated with anger. The dynamics of anger are all over the place, and it's a significant part of history and what led to belief systems for so many people, either for themselves or with other people, that caused foundational beliefs and experiences early in childhood. Such a common thing that gets in people's way is this experience of anger. Let's talk about anger. Anger is normal. Anger is important. If we didn't have anger, then nothing would ever change. The important things that need to happen in the world wouldn't happen, because we need anger to be able to get us upset enough to actually take action. Anger is important. Anger is valuable. However, it's when it gets distorted or stuck, that's when it becomes problematic. That's when it becomes explosive. Have you ever been explosive with anger? I know I have. Have you ever been in a relationship with someone who is explosive with anger? I know I have, and other people have too. It's such a part of our history. This is why I developed this concept that I call the anger spectrum. Looking at anger as being in small ways throughout all of our daily experiences. Anytime something is not going the way I want it to and I get a little bit upset, I am saying that's on the anger spectrum. It doesn't necessarily look like what we call anger, although it may be, like when I'm angry with myself, that's on the anger spectrum. It doesn't have to be big anger. It can be little anger. When we understand that there's this spectrum of anger, big explosive anger, and then little bitty, uncomfortable, difficult, unhappy with myself, unhappy with another person, I'm not able to express myself, I'm calling all of those on the anger spectrum. And when we take care of the anger, when it's small, it doesn't have to build up, pile up, and become explosive. Do you see what I'm talking about? Allowing myself to say, there's this uncomfortable emotion I'm feeling over here. That's on the anger spectrum. What do I need to do to help myself find freedom from that so it doesn't pile up and become explosive? What difference would that make in your life if you're able to defuse the experience of anger before it becomes difficult? That's why I developed this concept. If you want to talk with me about how you can have happy and harmonious relationships that support your success and what you want to accomplish in the world in your business, let's talk. because anger spectrum and managing the anger spectrum is an important tool that you can use to help you get there. And I can support you in having your relationships, your important relationships, be more happy and harmonious through managing the anger spectrum. Let's schedule an Align for Success action plan call, and we'll figure out what really matters to you, get you clear about what's going on so that you can create more of what you want. Go down below and we can find a time. Empowering action aligned for success. I am Sandra Lee, energetic initiator and life coach for women entrepreneurs. Thank you.